Hello, my beautiful Gemini dreamers. This is the Beautiful Dreamer Tarot back at ya with your 2022 forecast. Now, I am going to do something a little different with you guys with my fairy deck. I'm going to do first spread, a 4-card overall. The first card will tell us, where are you? Where you are in this current moment. What is your life like now? The next card, card 2, is the helpful forces. This card will give you information around something you will need to get you to where you want to go. And the third card the fairies have is unknown forces. This card shows you something you don't know about. It is something that may hinder your progress, or it may be an element that helps push you forward. And finally, the fourth card is the first step out. This card gives you the action that you need to take in order to change the situation as it is in the ether now. So, just some things to consider as we move forward. So I will pick 4 cards. Spirit, please give me 4 cards. For Gemini for 2022, this is the overall forecast for what you need to watch out for. And this is an en masse reading, and it should apply to you at the time that you read it. Okay. So some of you have been more like a troll guarding your bridge, and you've come out to see, what treasures does this person have in front of me? Is he here to fool me? Or is he here? You're very questioning of coming out of your shell right now. And the helpful forces are pushing you out. In fact, they're thrusting you into the world. And once you start to go, they actually might help pull you back a little bit. That's too many. Okay, Spirit, one more card. Okay, and some of these forces, maybe people and things trying to hold you back from stepping out, because they know when you venture out, you may find your fortune. Once you start to go, they may actually chase you. But we are going to read each meaning. Okay, the first being number 18. 18, also 9, endings. This is rejection. A man wearing a top hat, pauses along his morning walk. The fairies creep out from their hiding places, whispering memories to him. He holds up a hand. No more, he seems to say. He does not have the time or desire to hear their stories or their songs. He has grown up and is beyond their reach now. Rejection is a part of life. There are so many options in the world. You cannot say yes to all of them. Learning to distinguish what you want from the chatter of what you don't want is a meaningful skill to learn. This card reminds you to cultivate your resources, to say no to things you do not have the time for or no longer actually need. And that's where you're at right now, Gemini. And that's a great place to be, the place of learning discernment. And that's a lesson that we all have to take as we go along our journey. And then we reach the Collector as card 2, the helpful forces. A tiny puka peeks out from the leaves of a tulip. Something shiny has caught his eye. He wears shiny baubles around his neck and has a long feather tucked into his magnificent hairdo. A heavy cloth bears the weight of the pouch at the side of his hip. He wears only one shoe. Is this because he only collected one? The Collector knows what he wants to own. If he has come to you, be on the lookout for your next edition. Choose wisely. Make sure this is something you desire. And above all, don't lose your shoe. So something that you need might be inspiration, curiosity, desire. you've been saying no to so much, you may have actually said no to something that you want. And that's something to avoid in 2022, is to really take time to think about what it is that you want and decide if it's of value to you or if it is not. There's many ways of looking at things, but overall, if this will add positivity, beauty, divinity into your life, it is something good. If it will torture you, make you sad, angry, or bring about negative emotions, it's something you say no to. So many of us, when we live our lives, just living our lives, we can get into situations that start to confuse our values. And this is a time to sort that out so that you only take the good and leave the bad on the side of the road. Don't even pick it up. Punishment. See, some of you may feel punished. And that is also the unknown force. Because when we're saying yes to what we should be saying no to, we get in trouble. Fairies pull on the hair, clothing, and hat of a young girl. She must have done something to deserve this unwanted attention. Perhaps this is good folks' way of teaching spiteful children a lesson. Be true to yourself or pay the price. Gift givers cannot always take the rewards back if you do not seem to appreciate them. If you've drawn this card, think about what got you into this sticky situation and how you can make amends to get yourself out. So some of you have said yes already to something and feel as if you're being punished, but really what you're experiencing is consequences. The whole, for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. You are starting to experience that based on a prior decision. And 2022, the undercurrent may be dealing with the repercussions of that decision. So the first step out is a fond farewell. It's time to say goodbye to some things that you've said yes to, that you know you should have said no to. It is late in the evening as two worlds collide, and for perhaps the first time, an elderly gentleman bids fond farewell to his fairy companions in a misty field. There is a sense that he is leaving this world and moving on to the next. While he's never forgotten the good folk, he must say goodbye once more. Fond farewells are never easy. If you have drawn this card, you are being asked to let go of something. This is the only way you can clear yourself so that you can move forward towards the next realm. So just to open your reading, I'm seeing that there is a lot going on with you, Gemini. So let's explore that. All right. So Gemini. What should Gemini have said yes or no to? Where did they go wrong in 2021? I'm sure many of you know, but okay, we got the Hermit card. Now, some of you might be thinking, being stuck in the house, but isolation can also be self-imposed. And sometimes, if you look at it from a positive perspective, it is considered solitude. Not many of us like being alone. It makes us feel foolish. But yet, our time alone is what inspires a lot of us. It's what brings out the artist in us. It's what allows for self-discovery. And many times that leads to our vocation or what we make a success out of ourselves for, our name known for in this world. Underneath it all, it is your work. You are probably experiencing, okay. Did you say no to somebody or yes to somebody? Okay, there's a little story here, so let's see what the story says. You were manifesting quite fiercely. You worked it up. You received it. And you're celebrating being on a safer shore due to this partnership. Okay, so say yes to a good partnership. Investigate. I always advise, get a professional. You know, don't take on what you don't know. Get somebody who does know, and be patient with yourself. Above all, be patient with yourself, be patient with the situation, and remember that every purpose needs to be balanced. As things are blending, there must be control as the scales are tipped back and forth until it is level. Ooh, okay. So right now, a lot of you may be looking at business plans. You might be taking a break and reviewing things. Also, past investments might be coming forward. But I really do see a lot of you, you know, maybe on vacation over the winter break while you have some time to yourself, reflecting and saying, what could I have done better? And what will I do better as you make your New Year's resolutions? And make sure to make resolutions, be careful with them, and make sure they're ones that you are willing to obtain. Don't say, I'm going to lose 30 pounds knowing that you're buying Doritos tomorrow. You know, make it a goal that means something to you. Unless that is your goal. That is your goal, good for you. I could lose 30 pounds. Okay. Yeah, there's going to be several offers. There's going to be competition. Somebody's going to be cut out. And it may be somebody that you're connected to emotionally. Not necessarily a marriage in this case. This is pretty straightforward, but I'm thinking maybe a partner or leaving behind coworkers. That can be heartbreaking. Okay. Now this nostalgia, this going back to favors owed, it may be somebody from your past will be coming forward that actually will be bringing you strength. It's not a negative, for once. It's structure. It's a balance to who you are. Okay, they want these together? Yes. They're the ones who are going to help you cross to the safer shore. And what is the final outcome? Thank you, Spirit. Ooh. The truth of the matter. The truth of the matter. Be attention to the detail of the contract. Even if this was a personal relationship in the past, business is business. They say don't do business with friends or family for a reason, but this might not be a personal connection that was personal. This might be a business connection from the past coming forward saying, I've opened my own, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Be on the tops. Be on top of who, not necessarily that they remember you to be, but definitely allow them to recognize who you are. Let them know that you got your stuff together, that you're professional, that you are smart, independent, organized, you're wonderful. You're ready to go. You know, and that's the truth of the matter. So there's a lot of good things coming for you with work. Just remember to say no to what is unnecessary and yes to what is. That is the big thing there. And let's do a love reading for Gemini. What came out? Ooh, you're working on that too. I see. Okay, let's do a love reading for Gemini. Okay, what can Gemini look for in love in 2022? Oh, a new beginning. Wow. What a great way to start. Okay, how are we going? You're coming out of your shell. I think with things coming together with work and how you feel about yourself, the more confident you are, yes, the more true you are to yourself, the more willing you are to expand into a relationship situation. with the Queen of Swords. The truth. Your hopes, your dreams, your desires, your longings. For some, even fantasies. Be careful that it isn't an obsession. Thank you. Yes, this connection from the past may have had a romantic connection to it. Recognize it for what it was. That is the offer that needs to be negated. It will lead to nowhere. I don't know if you can... There we go. See? Knight of Cups in reverse, 6 of Cups in reverse, 9 of Cups in reverse, Knight and the 9, excuse me. But the Queen loses everything due to this connection from the past. And this gift being brought forward, he's promising the sun, the moon, the world, but it doesn't have a follow-through. At the center of the deck, we have the well. It's a wishing well. And for some of us, you know, when a relationship ends and maybe unsatisfactory, you know, when we're in the middle of getting over it, we wonder, what if? But, you know, that's the last stage. Don't worry about what if. There's a new journey ahead with the Page of Wands. And the new journey, oh, with the Page of Swords, like, you're going to get an email, a call, a text. Somebody's going to come forward, probably early on in the year. The time of Aquarius. And you're an air sign yourself. It may be another air sign. You've waited patiently for a connection that is more than just friends, just fooling around. You know, you've secretly been hoping and dreaming and wishing for somebody to take you away. You've been waiting like Rapunzel, throw down your hair kind of thing. But at the same time, you've been working really, really hard. It's been a frustrating balance for you. It's been a very emotional journey, and you are ready for the person who is wanting of a family. And if you no longer want the person who leaves you hanging, who steals from you, lies to you, and worse, and there's just no justice in that situation, they make you weak, remember that to stay strong, you have to be strong, and you have to celebrate your new beginning and not your past. You have to agree to move forward to end what shook you to the core. And when you do that, the issue is, it's dead, it's put to rest, and you'll celebrate. And you'll celebrate definitely in your career. Remember, don't get so attached to your career that you're married to it, because we all need personal lives, personal connections. But if that is your focus for 2022, you know, business is also supported by Venus. So maybe it is time to focus. That's what you need to focus on for you this year. So I am going to pull a couple oracles. For Gemini 2022. Yeah, you need to just lay the past to rest. Lay it to rest. It's over. Your dreams are all ahead of you. There's so much to come. Let the past lie. Because you have new things to discover. You have new things to be a part of. You have new things to challenge you. And that is how you nest, how you make a new home for yourself with your dreams and your goals and your wishes. You are your own captain of your own ship. So, thank you so much for being with me today, Gemini. Please check out my Etsy store. I will leave the links below soon. And I hope to hear from you for personal readings. And I definitely am excited to hear your comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. I am a growing channel, and thank you very, very much.